Hey, it's Emily Williams here, the founder of I Heart My Life and your host of the I Heart My Life show. This is episode 128, my top 10 coaching resources. So today's episode is a little bit different. I wanted to go behind the scenes of some of the tools that we use in our business and things that I recommend for new and aspiring coaches. So this is going to be my top 10 list of business resources, not mindset resources. I'm sure we'll do that episode at another time. And we'll definitely include all the links in the show notes to make it super easy for you to take these recommendations and apply them to your business. So let's dive in. This episode is sponsored by the iHeart Coaching Workshop. This is a 2-day experience for new and aspiring coaches looking to build a thriving online coaching business. So I'm going to be joined by my whole team, giving you all the information you need for discovering who your ideal client is, designing your offer, high performance tips so that you can go to the next level in your life, in your business, getting clear on what it is that you actually want in your life and your business, the marketing strategies that are working right now online, and of course, money mindset, which is one of my biggest specialties. We're also going to talk about sales and the way in which you can ramp up your sales goals and reach some new clients and finally achieve those revenue goals. So go to iHeartCoaching.com to learn more about this workshop happening on September 16th and 17th, 2020. And I'll look forward to seeing you there. All right, so let's go for it. Now, before I give you my list, I wanted to kind of let you know and give you a bit of a disclaimer here in that these aren't tools that we were always using, but these are things I wish I had at my fingertips at the very beginning, as well as things that we use today. So I'm going to give you a few recommendations that might be a bit more intense when it comes to the tech side of things. But if you start using them right now, I feel like that's going to put your business on a whole different level and really set you up for success. One of the things I like to think about is making decisions from where I want to be, not from where I currently am. And if I can kind of jump through some of the hoops right now and set myself up for success, even if there's maybe a little bit more involved or there's some more tech to figure out, I'd rather do that now versus changing a few years from now. So that's the way I'm approaching this episode. I want to really set you up for success. So even if you're just starting, really take a look at what I'm sharing with you and think about applying this to your business now and how that's going to benefit you for years to come. And if you already have a business, then awesome. Take this stuff and run with it. Okay, so let's go for it. Number one, I would highly recommend for a CRM system, which is basically the amazing system that organizes all of the email addresses that you capture online, all of the emails that you send out to your readers and your listeners and followers. I recommend ActiveCampaign. So in the very beginning, we used MailChimp, which definitely can get the job done, but it's not as robust as ActiveCampaign and doesn't have the functionality that ActiveCampaign does. And at one point, we actually used Infusionsoft, and I feel like that's completely in the opposite direction in terms of MailChimp and a little bit too far in the opposite direction. It's really intense, it's really robust, and honestly, it's not necessary. And what we found is we were actually spending a ton more money using Infusionsoft because we had to get a certified partner to run it because it is not user friendly. And I know a lot of people love Infusionsoft. They love what it can do. But for our business, we find that ActiveCampaign can do everything that we need it to do. And it's still user friendly. For example, I can go in there, I can set up an email, I can edit an email, I can look at an automation. Whereas in Infusionsoft, I would have been completely lost. Okay. So CRM system, ActiveCampaign. In terms of hosting your membership site, so I went around and around about this because we're actually moving from Kajabi, but it is still something I recommend for other people. Now, the reason why we're moving from Kajabi is because we want something a bit more custom for all of our incredible members within our membership site. But for the purposes of, whether you're just starting out as a coach or even if you're further along, Kajabi is so easy. It's really kind of a no excuses type of a platform. You can use it to house your membership site. You can use it for all of your courses. You can also use it as your website. You can use it for landing pages. You can use it for your shopping carts. And it's a really great tool if you just want to get your work out into the world. You want to sell your courses, you want to sell your program, and you want everything in one place. Now, we used Kajabi mainly for the last 2 years as our membership site. We didn't have landing pages on it. We didn't have our website on it. But we definitely could have. And I know a lot of companies who use that tool and use it in its complete capability and they don't have their website on another platform. They don't use something like Lead Pages. They don't use ClickFunnels. And so it definitely has so many options. And it is a really great tool. And I love that it's all drag and drop and super easy to set up in terms of the tech side of things. Okay. And then in terms of scheduling, so every coach needs to have some sort of scheduling system at their fingertips. So maybe for you, you host group coaching calls, maybe you host private calls. Regardless, you want to make sure everything is on your calendar. And so when I first started out at I Heart My Life, I used Calendly, and I still really recommend Calendly, but I also love Acuity. So honestly, on my list here, it says both Acuity or Calendly. They're both incredible. Now, I would say Acuity for the purposes of this conversation is a bit more robust. It's a little bit less user-friendly when it comes to Calendly versus Acuity, but I really like some of the other functionality of Acuity. And honestly, it works really well for us in our company. It is able to connect really well to things like ActiveCampaign. And so we have a lot of systems on the back end, a lot of things, software talking to each other on the back end that you might not realize is possible. So for us, we use Acuity, but I do also recommend Calendly. Then in terms of design, so I love all of my Adobe products, of course, Photoshop, InDesign. I taught myself how to use all of those. But if you have no desire to be a designer, you have no desire to spend hours in Photoshop trying to learn how to use that, honestly, Canva is an incredible tool. Canva can do so much. It's absolutely incredible. You can also have a team account so that other people can use Canva with you. So when you create a design or your designer creates a design, if you want to go in and tweak it, or if you have somebody who is a contractor for you and you want to be able to access their items, it's a great opportunity for you to share files and be able to easily edit things. You don't need to be a designer. It also has so many templates available at your fingertips, whether it's Instagram stories, Facebook posts, Facebook ads, PDFs, anything that you want, you can create it in Canva. It's an incredible, incredible tool. In terms of Facebook ads themselves, I recommend the Successful Ads Club. So this is a tool that's available for you. We actually have an incredible opportunity for all of our listeners to get their first month for only $7. It's a membership that basically teaches you how to run your own Facebook ads. And it's also an amazing opportunity for you to get your personal questions answered. So a lot of the students that we work with in our iHeart coaching program and also in our mastermind, they don't want to completely outsource their Facebook ads. So they're not at the point of wanting to spend $2,500 or $3,000 or $5,000 on someone to run their ad campaigns. And so they want to have somebody at their fingertips who can answer their questions, but not necessarily take over the entire process. So I highly recommend the Successful Ads Club, which was created by Tara Zerker. He's one of my incredible good friends. She's super smart. In the past, she also ran our ads. I don't believe that she actually does that sort of work anymore because she's focused on this incredible membership. So if you are looking for ad support, that is the place to go. So check out the Successful Ads Club. If you are a coach and you need contracts, we recommend the Contract Shop. They have everything you could possibly need as a coach. And this includes all of the stuff when you're first starting. It includes everything you need to put on your website, but it also includes next level items such as contracts for hiring new team members. That is a great, great resource. And I have to say, if you're somebody who works with people who might need contracts, they also have an incredible affiliate program. So definitely check them out. Then if you're looking to build a website and put your work out into the world, I highly recommend Showit. So this is kind of a two-part recommendation. I recommend Showit. That is a platform that I moved to Goodness, maybe 2 years ago at this point. So the history of our website is pretty long. We first built the website on something called Adobe Muse. James helped me build it. Would not recommend that. Then we moved to Squarespace, which of course many of you know and probably love. It's very easy to use. Then we moved to WordPress, and I had a site that cost me about $50,000 because it was completely custom. And what we didn't realize at the time was, although it was beautiful, we weren't able to make any changes behind the scenes, which wasn't going to work, especially for somebody like me who moves at a very fast pace and is always changing things. And so when we discovered Show It, we realized that, like Squarespace, it has a bit of a drag and drop functionality to it. And I also at the same time discovered Tonic Site Shop. So Tonic is run by two of my friends, Jeff and Jen. They are not married, but they are business partners. I always like to say that. And they are incredible, super creative people who have designed beautiful templates for people like us who want to have a template on our website, but also want it to be high converting, want it to look special and stand out. And that was my biggest hang up when I moved to Show It. I thought I needed something completely custom, but what I realized was there were all these beautiful templates that I could use and tweak so that they would fit the mold of what I was looking for. And so basically, Tonic has reinvented the website template. And they have something for everyone. They're stunning, stunning templates. And if you are looking to get your brand off the ground, I highly recommend them. And then, of course, you could have somebody go in and actually customize the template in an even greater way. But honestly, just when you add your own fonts, you add your own colors, you add your own photos in, everything completely changes when it comes to the website. So I highly recommend Show It and Tonic as a combined force to help your brand stand out online. The next tool I recommend is Slack. So Slack is something we use in our I Heart My Life mastermind to communicate with our clients. Basically, they have a channel where they get to post questions. We have multiple channels actually that are segmented into the topic. So whether it's a mindset question, a marketing question, a team question, a financial question, there's a channel for all of those. So it's basically a great tool for communication, whether that's within your programs for your coaching clients or with your personal team. We also have a whole section of Slack that we use for our team to communicate on a daily basis and on a minute by minute basis sometimes. And I just love Slack, especially for client communication, because sometimes Facebook can be quite loud, it can be quite busy, it can be distracting. And although for some of our programs, we do still offer private Facebook groups, I really love using Slack, especially for the mastermind and for our team as well. That higher level communication is really powerful, keeping things organized, keeping everything in one place. It's really worked for us. And there's also an app that you can have on your phone. So that's another great option. Another organizational tool is Asana. So Asana is something we started using, maybe a year and a half ago. I've also used Basecamp, and I much prefer Asana. And so I highly recommend that you start using it now, literally today, regardless of where you're at in your business. If I would have had some of the systems in place that I have today in the beginning, it would have made all the difference. And so again, I want you to be asking yourself, what decisions can I make right now to set myself up for success? Where do I want to be in a year? Where do I want to be in 10 years? And what decisions can I make now? Or what things can I start to implement now that are going to help me reach my goals and build that foundation for years to come? And Asana is definitely one of those tools. Even if you're a one-woman show in your business, I highly recommend you get it to keep yourself organized, okay? And Asana is basically the place where you can map out all of your projects. You can assign due dates to everything. And as your team grows, then you assign somebody to handle the project, to handle the task. You can also have subtasks. You can also keep your SOPs and processes in there for new team members who come on board. Okay, so you want to make sure anything that's happening in your company is documented and in Asana. I can't tell you how many businesses I've gone into and there's barely anything in their project management system. And they're still doing things by email and doing things by text and doing things in Slack. So if there is a due date involved or a process, it has to be in Asana so you can keep everything organized. It's also, as your team grows, it's also a great way to see what everyone is doing, what tasks are being completed. Are people staying on schedule? Is there any issues with project management? All of that can be easily seen and devoured within Asana. Finally, I believe we're up to number 10 here. I love Loom. So if you don't know Loom, you definitely need to check it out. It's something we use on a daily basis. And in keeping with the theme here of getting organized, it's one of those things that really helps with communication on our team. So we use it in multiple ways, but one of the main ways is to explain things to team members. So you know that there are times where you might have feedback for somebody, and it's much easier to speak it out loud or do a screen share to be able to share what that feedback actually is versus typing it out. And so on a daily basis, I'll go through graphics and review graphics from our designer. I'll look at our sales pages and suggest changes. I'll even use Loom to record different trainings I do for our programs. So Loom will let you screen record. It will let you be on camera. It will let you do both, or you can just use it for audio. So it's really an incredible tool. And then what happens is it actually creates a link for you. And so instead of having a file that you're sending to people, it's a URL, and you just say, here, watch this video. And one of the other cool features of it is it actually tells you when your video has been viewed. And so we often use this when we're connecting with new clients. So maybe we want to send a video to somebody, welcoming them into a program, or maybe it's somebody who's on the fence for a program and I want to send a personalized video to them. Just think about every time you have a sales call, you could be reaching back out to that person with a personalized message, you on camera, or you walking through a program that they're interested in, and just giving them that additional personal touch point that might make all of the difference. And then you can also tell when they've actually viewed the video, which is handy. You can also write notes below the video, and so it would be time stamped. So say somebody sends you a video and you want to go through it and take notes, you can literally be typing as you're watching, and it'll tell them exactly what part you were responding to. So it's just an amazing tool. And then it keeps all of your videos in one place in this library. You can also file them into different folders. So if you're doing this for different projects or different programs or different clients, you can keep everything in one place, and you're not utilizing space on Google Drive or Dropbox or anything like that. So to recap, my recommendations are Active Campaign, Kajabi, Acuity, and Calendly. Those are kind of tied. The Contract Shop, Successful Ads Club, Canva, Tonic Site Shop and Show It, Slack, Asana, and Loom. So I hope this is helpful. Again, we are going to go ahead and include links in the show notes for all of these items. Please note that a lot of these are affiliate links, which means when I recommend them to you, we also get a portion of those sales, which is a really incredible thing. And of course, you can become an affiliate for all of them as well. So go ahead and check that out. All right, until next time, I'm Emily Williams, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope you loved today's episode, and remember, start where you're at. You don't have to put all of this in place today. At least pick one thing that you know is going to be the solution to something that you are struggling with in this moment, or make things easier, or be that next level for you, and put that in place first. So thank you for being a part of the I Heart My Life show. I'll look forward to talking to you on the next episode. We hope you loved this episode. Thank you so much for being an avid listener of the I Heart My Life show. Take a second and leave a review. It would mean so much to us, and we read all of them. And for further inspiration and life and business tips about creating a life that you love and achieving massive success, definitely follow us at I Heart My Life on Instagram and at I Heart My Life Now on Facebook. See you next time.